Hello, my name is Ikaika Jensen, and today I will be speaking on why communism is not a viable form of government. And the proof is history. One of the best examples of this is the Plymouth colony in 1623. Originally, they were a commune society in which each of the homesteads would give everything they worked for to the government, and the government would then equally disperse it out to each of the homesteads. At first glance, this might seem like a fair and even favorable system, but history would prove them wrong. Eventually, some homesteads became lax and didn't work as hard as they were supposed to. This meant that the other homesteads had to work even harder just to get enough for they themselves to survive. William Bradford, the governor at the time, realized that this system was failing, and so he implemented a private property system where each homestead would be able to keep what they grew and be able to sell and buy that which they didn't. Once this system was implemented, they began to survive and even thrive and became one of the foremost colonies in the area. Another more recent example of communism failing is the USSR, and an easy way to show this is through GDP. This chart shows that the USSR's GDP was much lower than that of the USA's, even though the USA had a smaller population than the USSR at that time. Not only that, but this graph shows that the Soviet national income growth dropped drastically from 1928 to 1987. This suggests that a communist economy cannot thrive. Not only does communism weaken a nation's economy, but it also puts fear into the government's mind to where they think the people are going to rise up and rebel. To eliminate this fear, they would often sentence anybody who spoke out against them or anybody they deemed as an undesirable to a firing squad, a hanging, a drowning, or to a labor camp where they had to perform hard labor and the mortality rate was extremely high. If then communism weakens a nation's economy and its communist regimes commit heinous crimes, what form of government should we use? There is a large amount of data and history that suggests capitalism is the best form of government right now. This graph shows right here that the USA's GDP growth per capita steadily increased, whereas the USSR's did not. This graph shows that the USA's GDP skyrocketed. This suggests that a capitalistic economy creates a healthy economy and makes the nation thrive. Although some advocates for communism suggest or say that communism is more fair, more altruistic, and disperses the wealth more equally. But what they forget is that capitalism creates more wealth for the poorest people in the nation than any other form of economy, even communism. In conclusion, communism is not a viable form of government. My name is Ikaika Jensen, and thank you for watching.